Hello, this is Teresa and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do the wrap up for the Victorian Vintage Journal for Junk Journal Madness. Just going to adjust this a little bit. It's kind of bothering me. Okay, so I timed it just right so that the air conditioning just went off. Hopefully it'll stay off for a little bit. So what we're going to do is a flip through of my completed journal. I tried really hard to stay with Victorian and vintage materials. That's not always possible, but let's take a look at what we've got. Okay, so the first page of, there's 3 pages for this collaboration of things to follow. One is the theme. So the theme is vintage and Victorian. And I threw in some French and some historical figures, which of course is Queen Victoria. And then we have a page for items to include. So I have ribbon. I was going to do ribbon as my closure, but instead I did ribbon on a paper clip because this is staying closed really nice. And I did lace in several different areas. I used a postage stamp. They were already on the envelopes that I used. There's washi tape in here, right there. Postcards. I have a postcard in the back. Eyelets were used for the binding. Photos. I have lots of photos in here. Flashcards. These are little flashcards that I made up using some Tim Holtz flashcards, and then I just put my own definition on there. Labels. There is a label. Oh, I just cut something out and used that as a label. I've got lots of envelopes in here. I do have vellum in here. Right here, it's in this little pocket. Little bag. There's sheet music in here. This is piano paper, and then there's also sheet music somewhere. Oh yeah, it's on that paper clip. Scrapbook paper is the cover. This is designer series paper by Stampin Up. Hi Debbie. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you to say that. So Debbie, who is Debbie So Crafty Gardener, just chatted at me that she said, I'm your biggest fan, and I'm kind of blushing right now. So then we have digital printers, printables. I didn't use very much. I used just a little bit for the flashcards, and this is a digital. There may be just a tiny bit more in the journal. Oh, okay. Debbie bought my San Diego Zoo planner. I hope you're enjoying it, Debbie. But thanks for stopping in real quick and saying hi. I really appreciate that. I'd love to hear how you're enjoying the planner. But I realize you're busy. I always like to know, whether it's the ephemera that people buy from me. I've only sold one journal, and that's to you. I'm still trying. So this is a little ruffle here for a paper ruffle. There's lots of foreign text in here. Let's see. And I showed you the Tim Holtz item, which was the flashcard. There's items from punches where I punched out some of these pictures. There's elastic, which is used for the binding. And I showed you the lined music paper. There are appliques in here. Where's it at? Which wants to be stubborn and not present itself. And photo corners. So let's just start with the flip through, and some of this stuff will show itself. So we've got the cover. There's a weird noise going on here, but I have to figure out what's going on. Oh, I think it's my husband outside. Okay, this is a vintage envelope. Can't remember if there's a date that shows on this one. No, I don't see it. But that's a nice little place to tuck some things in. Can't bring yourself to use it. Oh. Well, let me know if you start using it. I know it's hard. I know it is really hard. This is just a page with a little pocket. Envelope with a pocket, and there's a journal card inside of here. And I won't put that back because if I try to do it fast, I might tear the vintage envelope. This is just a page that has a pocket and can be written on. Oh, here's the picture corners, photo corners, and then I cut out a picture of Queen Victoria. This is on some beautiful, like, these were like baptismal and maybe marriage type certificates. They were really pretty and very old. So here we have just a bunch of stuff. This is Princess Alexandria, and I'm not going to try and say the rest of her name. Bunch of lace on that page and that ruffle. This is just a little tuck. Well, it could be a tuck spot or it could be an extension. I think these are called communion card. No, they're pages. There's that applique. I did it with an old piece of upholstery type material. This is a beautiful piece that is from a book that a gal sent me that is a subscriber here on my YouTube channel, and it says Christmas 1905, which is within the Victorian period. I just love it. And I did an up tuck over here with just a little bit of information. These are timeline informations during the Victorian era. August 1838, slavery was abolished in the British Empire. And there's that beautiful picture from that book, a little paper clip, hidden paper clip that I made. For some reason, I don't feel like, oh yeah, that's a tuck, so it's got some things in it, some pictures. This is actually a journal card, and this is just a picture. Here's a little picture that I cut out from the book I had and used some more photo corners. Here's an old rag page from an Italian book that I purchased from Roxy's creation in Italy. And then this is just a fabric dangle. Is that what you call that? A fabric flip. Wrong one. I want this one. For this one, items to make, we had to make 12. And yeah, this is a fabric flip, because it'll flip up. That's all from vintage fabric. There's the other side of that old document, and it was from 1891. And one of the reasons why I did the flashcards is because I wanted to be able to remember that the Victorian period was between 1837 and 1901. This is 1891, so that falls within the Victorian period. Lined piano paper. There's the washi tape, there's the envelope, and then there's a little vellum pocket sack with a picture in it. Yeah, come on now, hold still a minute. And then this is just a little tuck spot on a vintage book page from France, I believe. This is a little corner pocket, slanted pocket with a mini tag in it, made from old book page, kind of like magazine page, I think. And here's some beautiful old lace that I bought from Juanette's Crafting Corner. Another old book page from a French book. So the only thing that I thought I might do is I might just tuck some more history in. So I'm not sure if any of this will work. That's too light. Okay, something like this might work. If I tear it down. So let's see. I thought I might just tear it down into strips like I did for the other one. That's pretty for what's on the other side. So I thought I might just fold that in half. Let me find a spot for it first. Let's see, this was Queen Victoria marries Prince Albert. I think they have such a beautiful love story. I just love their story, that they loved each other so much that they, they weren't perfect. No couple is perfect, but I believe they weren't perfect. I really don't know that. But they had lots of children and just seemed very happy and very compatible. So I was thinking I could put something like this in a pocket. February 1840, Queen Victoria marries Prince Albert. And then so that it's very obvious that this is in here, I could pocket. We can put this in this one. July 1848, the Public Health Act passed. So following a severe cholera outbreak across the world, killing 13,000 people, social reformer Edwin Chadwick was commissioned to find ways of improving disease prevention and sanitary conditions in Britain. This study led to the creation of the Public Health Act of 1848, legislation that passed the supply and treatment of water and wastewater under single local authorities who could raise funds for improvements to tackle unsanitary conditions. And that's just a really pretty picture on the back. So we could take that and we could fold it kind of like that, so it'll stick out a little bit. So it's obvious that it's in there. And do we have any more empty spots? Using all vintage papers, you have to be really careful. Like that one's to tear right there. See if we can fit a little fun fact right there. Oh, this is a good one. 17 November 1869, the Suez Canal opens. I think I'm going to try and take all of this hopefully I didn't doodle on the back. Sometimes I doodle on papers that are laying on my desk. And then there's more fun facts on the back, and including that on 22 January 1901, Queen Victoria died, and July 25th, 1889 was the founding of the Women's Franchise League, and then November 17, 1869 was when the Suez Canal opened. Take some off of the sides here. And that's just a little place. So we're going to have to find a bigger place for all this great information. I think we can fit more. In here. Okay. accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish with this journal. I stayed pretty good within my own personally imposed rules. Now, I'm one of the first ones who will say that there's no rules with junk journaling. However, for this particular project and this particular collaboration, I wanted to set some rules for myself that I would try to stay within vintage and or Victorian era. So vintage is defined as being at least 20 years old but less than 100. And so then Victorian is belonging to connect or typical of Britain in the middle and last parts of the 19th century, 1837 to 1901, when Victoria was queen. So then we have this envelope here. Oh, let's look at this real quick. I can throw this away now because I'm not going to use any more of those. It's been hanging out on my desk. So we've got tags. We saw the mini tag. We saw the label. We saw the up tuck. We saw the corner tuck, which was the man in the circle. We saw the book page pocket. I'm not really sure which one that was. We saw a side tuck pocket or two. We saw a couple envelope pockets. We saw the vellum bag. We saw the journal card, the flashcards, the envelopes, the tip-in, flip out, which was, which one was that? It was the other side of right here, right there. Belly band, we've got the belly band. We've got a postcard. We saw the paper clip right here, which is a hidden paper clip. I thought I was going to put in an altered paper clip too, but I guess I didn't get there. So to do something like that, it's really easy though. I mean, I could even consider just doing, whoops, that's upside down. I did that last time. I opened this too and ended up with little paper clips all over the place. That's what I just did. I need to mark top and bottom on this. This is frustrating. I'm just going to take one of these little gold, because now I can't get them close. Won't have them sorted. I did have them sorted. I went to all the trouble of sorting. So then I could take a little tiny piece of scrap that looks kind of vintage, like this is from the baby book that I'm doing. Some extra because of my tremors. I need extra to be able to work with things sometimes. So I'm just going to call this an altered paper clip because I'm altering the paper clip. If I can get this tied. Hands will cooperate. Plus all these strings aren't making it easy either. cute. Okay, well, that's what I have for you today in regards to my Victorian vintage journal for Junk Journal Madness. I was going to, let me see if I can do this real quick. I was going to give you the whole spiel on Junk Journal Madness. It is a collaboration I can't look and talk at the same time. One moment, please. Okay, so Junk Journal Madness. Where's all my information? Okay, so it is a monthly collaboration that's been developed by Susan at I Totally Love It, and so for July I was invited to be a guest collaborator for Junk Journal Madness. So Susan is also doing a journal for, she does it every month along with her collaborators. To my knowledge, she does. And so I know she's doing a Victorian vintage right now. There are a couple other that isn't good English. There are a couple other people that are doing Junk Journal Madness. One of which, her name starts with an A. April, I think. And she, Jimmy's. Let's see if I have her close by. Well, I don't have her close by, but I think that Susan has her listed. Let's see. I thought she had her list. Oh, nope. Night Owl, there it is. At Night Owl and at Crafting Whimsy are both doing a journal as well. So go ahead and check out those channels. If you go and look at Susan's videos, she's got the links there in her description. And it's really a lot of fun. So maybe you'll want to join for August. If you do,